Broadcasting live from Beco Studios, you are listening to Blacking It Up with Team Blackness, right here on blackingitup.com.
What is going on, people? We are back. This is Blacking It Up. I'm your host, Elon James White. With me, as per usual, is Team Blackness. Here right with us. Always pertinent. Always on point. Always efficient. We have political strategist, Eljoy Williams. Ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Speak in full voice, woman.
I'm saying good afternoon. It is full voice.
Now it is. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Are you happy?
I'm happy.
Are you good?
I'm good.
Even after we debuted the political strategist Eljoy Williams song?
Can we hear it again?
I don't know. We have to think about it. Also with us in studio, we have Premier Straight Man, Captain Lieutenant General. On occasion, he might be referred to as a doctor. We have Aaron Rand Freeman. Sir.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Oh, by the way, we missed the 100th episode of the show.
The 100th episode of the Blacking Up podcast. That's true. We have.
We didn't say anything.
We didn't say anything. So yes, happy birthday to us. We have done many episodes, and we will do many more. Hopefully, especially after we win our best podcast award. If we don't fucking win that,
when are we gonna win it?
July 9th, I think, is when the.
So they don't announce beforehand.
Right, because they're doing a ceremony this time. So they are actually, I have not booked my ticket. I'm still trying to figure out if I can get a ticket, but I'm not spending a ridiculous amount of money there. And then once I get there, I realize, and the winner is some other podcast. I'm like, this is bullshit.
It's July 9th? I wish it was closer. I'm going to be in LA already, but not that early.
No, yeah, sorry about that.
1, 2, 3, 4. Eljoy Williams, political strategist. She fights for what's right, whether it be day or night. I said, Eljoy Williams.
Okay, stop.
She comes from Bed-Stuy.
Oh, without me. Hey, Eljoy. How you doing? Okay, we do this Monday through Thursday. We have a docket full of ish. I'm wondering how do we kick this docket off first so that we can really jump in to the crazy nonsense that is our show. Well, why don't we start with
over here? True story. On the way over here, I did a radio interview on Sean Hannity's show. Y'all get that here? Sean Hannity's show. He pre-taped it, so I'm telling you, when you hear it, it's not always live. He makes it sound like it's live. I did an interview on Sean Hannity's show on the way over here. I have been traveling and campaigning so much, I did not hear what Jon Stewart said on Chris Wallace's Sunday morning show last Sunday, where he was mocking my 3-page bills. Did you see that show? Mm-hmm. And then he mocked me with an Amos and Andy type, rogue. And Sean said, "You didn't see that?" I said, "No, I didn't see it, John. I'm out campaigning." And so they played the clip. And I said, "Well, Sean, first of all, if he really thinks that I'm serious about a bill only being 3 pages, the joke's on him." And I said, secondly, as far as him mocking me, look, I've been called every name in the book because I'm a conservative and because I'm black. Sticks and stones may break my bones, words are not going to hurt me. When I was on that radio show, because...
Wait, but I thought he was serious with the 3-page bill.
Why would you think that? It was obviously a joke.
He said it in the speech. People were clapping.
Don't try to pass a 2,700-page bill, and even they didn't read it. You and I didn't have time to read it. We're too busy trying to live, send our kids to school. But that's why I'm going to only allow small bills. 3 pages.
Was he doing stand-up?
I don't know.
Because how are we supposed to know? How are we supposed to know that you weren't serious when you said it in a campaign speech?
Type, rogue. And Sean said, "You didn't see that?" I said, "No, I didn't see it, Sean. I'm out campaigning." And so they played.
Wait. I like that he called him
And I
his
said, "Well,
child.
Sean, first of all, if he really thinks that I'm serious about a bill only being 3 pages, the joke's on him."
Joke's on me too, apparently.
Joke's on apparently everybody. I mean, yeah. I mean, why would we believe that? Like, I mean, it doesn't make sense that anyone would believe anything like.
Small bills, 3 pages.
You could have taken the opportunity to adjust that statement right there.
I guess. So are we supposed? So has he said any other things in campaign speeches that's a joke?
Who knows what's real and what's not real anymore? Apparently that was real. Apparently that was a joke. Sorry, that was a joke, and the joke's on us. The joke is on us for not understanding that was a joke.
Okay. Now I'm confused. I don't know what things are real and what he's actually proposing, and what's
Because he was proposing like a 25% tax, a 25% tax cap on corporations and everyone else.
Maybe that's a joke.
That's a joke. Maybe he's kidding. So maybe he's not batshit crazy.
Maybe his whole campaign is a joke.
Maybe obviously, and I like the fact that it's like some that it's implying somehow that this might be. Is it because the whole Amos and Andy Black brogue is like, dude? Well, I mean, I've kind of mocked how he talks. What I said was that he sounds like he's about to break out into rapper's delight at any point in time. Because you can totally hear it. You can totally hear that he might break out into rapper's delight at any point in time. You don't believe me?
3 pages. You'd have time to read that one over the dinner table.
I said a hip hop, hip it to the hip hop, and then don't stop and rock it to the bang bang. But no.
That would be kind of funny.
Maybe I'd vote for him.
You get my attention.
Maybe I'd vote for him.
If he just randomly broke out with the entire
I'm
song.
confused. I need him to clarify jokes, and I need him to clarify actual campaign suggestions.
Well,
Man, no time for no damn jokes, and you running for president? Economy's not a joke, sir. Unemployment is not a joke, sir.
Apparently. Sorry, Mr. Cain. We didn't get it. We didn't do it.
I need you to have a disclaimer on what things are jokes and what things are real.
Yeah. All right. Well, now we know, and we're not making fun of him because he's black. We're making fun of him because he says dumb shit.
Yes.
I think we all. So say we all.
So
we all.
Yeah. I wanted to be clear because I want them to understand that this is not. I don't think he's a sellout.
No.
I don't. That's not something that we say here on the show. We don't believe in that. No. Herman Cain.
I don't co-sign categorizing him.
I don't think he's an Uncle Tom.
Uncle Tom.
No.
No.
I don't think he's a sellout.
I don't support that.
None of those things. Do I think you say dumb shit?
Yes.
Yeah. Do I think you're a real candidate? No. Though that's a different thing. I'm going by what you're saying. And one of the things that you like to say, Mr. Cain, is that you think that this government should be run like a business. And I think that's batshit crazy. Because a government is not a business. So stop saying things like that, and perhaps I'll stop mocking you. And perhaps you want to leave the jokes to people who tell jokes. I tell jokes. If I tell a joke, people know I'm telling a joke. People don't think and start clapping that I'm going to start cutting bills to 3 pages.
Well, the Republican Party is not a group of humorous individuals. I guess by their standards, he may be rather humorous.
I don't know. And by the way, are we already frozen Aaron's camera? God damn it, Aaron.
He's frozen in Doogie Howser pose.
You can see my shadow in Eljoy's shot, though. It's just gonna.
Yeah, they're just your shadow. I don't worry. I'm gonna cut from you and then fix that. We're gonna stop the feed and then kick it back up. But yeah.
I'm not amused, Herman Cain.
Not amused at all because because it's a popular thing to try to make it that. Oh, I just cut to Aaron. It's just Aaron. It's a popular thing to try to make it that. Like, oh look, that's the issue. That's what's going on. It's just that we're mocking him, and we're taking away his blackness. Nope. Not taking away your blackness in any shape, form, or fashion, sir? Fall back, Negro. People, what else do we have? Like, I'm not even sure if this is the best thing to cut to at this point. Like, this might not be the thing that we want to bring to the table, but this happened.
Why? I got drug tests for the doctor shot on top.
Hey. I didn't know about. I have a little bit. Oh, I feel some pick in your pocket.
Ain't no fit, man.
No?
Ain't nothing but
What
a
is this,
bag.
napkin?
Yes. I just got out of the house, man. I'm sick, man.
So what you see there is a young Negro, being stopped by the cops. They're checking him. They said something's in his pocket. He's like, it's a napkin. It's a napkin. I've been sick. But the cops, they're doing their copy thing, checking out the young urban thug probably, and.
I been shaking last night, man. Just got over my sickness, man. Just came out the house like 10 minutes ago. Got picked up.
You guys need something?
This is my front yard. I'm just recording what you're doing. It's my right.
Actually, not from the sidewalk.
This is my yard.
So someone saw that the young Negro was being stopped. They didn't like how it was actually going down. So what they did was that they started to record it. This is happening in Rochester, New York. And so she's on her property. She's watching it happen. She saw something she didn't particularly like. So she went in, got her phone, started to tape record what was happening with the cop.
I don't feel safe with you standing behind me and somebody asks me to go in your house. You understand? I don't feel safe with you standing behind me. And you seem to be very anti-police, so I don't feel safe with you standing behind me. You mind standing in the house.
I'm gonna stand in my yard if that's okay.
Due to what you said to me.
See, what's happening is that this young lady, this is obviously a white woman. Like
She has that white woman shield up.
Like, she has the white woman shield up. She's like, what are you talking about? I'm on my property, and I'm going to stand here. I'm going to stand here if you don't mind.
That's a white
I'm going to stand here if you don't mind. Like, black people, we know we can't say that.
Wait a minute.
That's a white person's...
First of all, I take offense that you said she sounds white.
No.
She is white.
But I'm not because she's speaking properly, because of her actual intonation and culturally speaking. I wasn't talking about the properness of her voice.
That is a white sentence. If you
that
tell a
was
police
not
officer, I'm just gonna stand here on my yard
Right.
and continue recording. No,
Right.
Did he say I don't feel safe?
Right. Apparently, white ladies recording shit
Because
on...
you're anti-police.
Right.
What about what she said was anti-police?
To me, she sounded like a troublemaker. I don't know about you. That sounds like trouble on my block. That's what I hear. I hear trouble.
The mere fact that he sounds like a toddler saying that.
Put your mic closer.
Saying I don't feel safe. He sounds like a toddler.
Actually,
one of my girlfriends, she's taught her daughter when her seatbelt is not properly hooked to say that she's not safe. So once they were hurrying in the car and the seatbelt wasn't already, so she yelled out, "I'm not safe, mommy. I'm not." That's exactly what he just sounded like.
Not safe.
I'm not safe.
Not safe. Apparently, he didn't feel very safe just now.
Oh, God.
With that lady. That was some unsafe type shit.
I need an adult. I'm not safe.
Well, if white women start to terrorize cops and they start to act irrationally towards white women, that takes a lot of the steam out of our argument. If all of a sudden now white women start getting pulled over, and then the white women start getting, maybe they get roughed up a little bit.
Maybe she's one of those urban thugs that dude was talking about.
More than one cop?
There was like 3 or 4 of them.
So.
But she was unsafe.
But couldn't the other cops one cop watch her? And
let's be honest at what was happening here. They didn't like being tape recorded. So what's the best way? It's a catch-all. I don't feel safe. You have to move. So they were trying to use the executive cop power to make someone move off their own property because they didn't like and doing what's not illegal in New York to tape the cops because they didn't like how it was going down, and so they wanted to use executive cop power, and they're like, I don't feel safe. That is a catch-all. I don't feel safe.
I'm going to start using that randomly. Like, guys hit on me on the street.
I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe.
That'll work. Someone tell me she don't feel safe, I'll back away. I'm sorry.
That's true.
Sorry,
if I walked near a woman and she said, I don't feel safe, I would cross the street. I'm not going to lie to you. That's an easy way. If you want to get me away from you, just yell out, I don't feel safe, and I will go away. But you're not...
I would say it to cops.
No,
And
I think the
I
cops.
don't feel safe.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. But yeah, like you can tell, she totally thought this was okay, and she had her that level of there's nothing that possibly can happen to me right here. I'm good.
Before you started taping, I think you need to stay in your house, guys.
What did I say to you that offended you? I'm
Standing behind us officers when we're doing a traffic stop.
So apparently, he says that she said something before they started taping that made her feel that she is anti-cop, and she goes, "Well, what did I say? What were the words that I said to you?" And he is like, "I don't like you. Feel safe with you behind me."
I'm allowed to stand in my
Go
yard.
stand in your house.
I'm allowed to stand in my yard. I'm going to stay in my.
I'm going to ask you one more time. We don't feel safe with you standing right behind us when we're doing a traffic stop. I'm going to ask you to go into the house.
What?
No?
It's
Yes?
my right to be in my yard, and I'm sorry that you
So
don't
you're
feel safe.
She just doesn't understand. Your right is not the important. As a black person, am I the only black person watching this? Go, ooh,
That's like a scene out of 300.
ooh.
Walking forward with that shield right up on that cop.
I wonder, because see, my immediate response would have been to not engage with it. It was just to stand there. I wouldn't have responded to the cop.
Well, I feel like you'd have. I think I would have responded to the cop. I just have
Him
fear.
telling me you go
Hearing this
inside,
happen.
I just stand on my property and continue recording.
Hearing this happen, I would just be terrified. Or at best, I would go right to my porch and go there and maybe open my door. It's like you can't make me. Like I don't think I would have had the balls to stand right here because also I'm a large Negro.
Yeah,
They would have tased me. They would have tased me right out. But
All I have is a camera. I'm clearly wearing nothing. I have no
That
weapons.
does not matter.
whoa, what type of party is this? No, I'm sorry. She's probably in her pajamas.
You're not listening to our orders right now. We don't feel safe with you standing behind us. You're not moving even a foot further back. You're gonna be.
Do you want me to move a foot further back?
She moved the foot back.
You're gonna be under arrest. I already warned you.
I will move a foot further back. I'm not going to go inside my house. I feel like I need the fresh air right now.
That was a bad argument. That was a bad argument. That was. You don't know. You feel.
I need some air.
You need some air? That's a terrible argument, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm pro what you're doing, but that's a terrible argument.
She's totally utilizing her tools, by the way. I haven't seen
why she needs to go to Malcolm X grassroots movement training on how to properly record the cops. Malcolm X grassroots movement has trainings for people who would like to record cops' interactions with the public. I suggest that this young lady take such training.
Someone for not following police orders when we're asking her to
I'm
step back.
asking you what
It
the
seems
order.
Very simple.
I don't understand your
asked you
order.
to not stand behind us, okay?
You didn't ask me to not stand behind you.
Okay.
This is the first non-destructive application of white invincibility I have seen in months. I mean, when was the last time you've seen a white person use their powers for good like this?
Yeah, she was trying to help the young Negro who was being like.
Apparently, I'm sure the young Negro in the car is like, if I can just get booked and get like, if they hurry up, maybe someone can come bail me out before they finish.
Listen, I'm not going to explain myself to you. What you're going to do is you're going to end up going to jail. I'm trying to give you a warning. Okay?
I'm gonna back up.
You know what?
Hey, she's doing the LJ Williams, just like silent. I'm just gonna take. Actually, I feel like she was going through her head, going, "What can I do? What can I say? How can I make this? I don't have anything. Okay, I'm just gonna back up."
You're going to go to jail. That's just not right.
Where's it called?
No. Stay right here.
I'm
Stay right
sorry. I'm asking them. I'm observing what they're doing, and they're arresting me. I don't understand what's going on. I did nothing.
I'm not doing anything.
I'm a witness. You didn't do anything. Oh my God.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was standing in my front yard, concerned about what was going on in my neighborhood, and you're arresting me. What the hell is going on?
Woman in her pajamas, taking a picture. Nope, not if the cops have anything to say with it.
Looking at the
There's a guy behind you guys. You sure you don't want to arrest this guy either?
He's still recording.
Do we have any witnesses here? I just want to get this on tape. Any witnesses?
I called 911 and I explained to them she was rational. All she did was, she wanted to record that things were, a citizen was being treated fairly on her property.
And you guys are neighbors,
They said
correct?
I didn't like the fact that you're standing behind me, and which is weird because you're not behind me anymore. You're talking to me face to face.
Right.
So she backs up like, I'm sorry, sir, I'm gonna get on my property. She got on her property.
She said you're on the sidewalk, which is legal. It's legal to be on the sidewalk, but she's still.
But you know what?
I'm.
No,
they let the gentleman go that they originally pulled over, but yeah, they took her away.
Took her.
Wow.
They let the gentleman who they originally stopped go because they were more worried about being stopped by the cops.
Wow.
Yeah.
I am hoping that her case is dropped. I mean, because I don't understand what they could reasonably book her with. She wasn't interfering with an arrest.
She made him feel. Unless they say that she said, "I hate cops and I'll kill you if you turn your back to me." That's the only argument they can make.
There's nothing they can book her. There's nothing that they can book her on for any of that. And this is a waste of resources because she's probably going to sue. And now the city of Rochester is going to have to pay her some money for cops being assholes.
And you know what? It should come out of them. And they should be immediately be fired. And you know what? You know what? If they took it out of cops' pensions and out of the cop payroll thing, every time a cop did something crazy like this, I think cops would stop doing it. If raises and shit happen.
First of all, their union would fight it to the death.
But the thing is that
there's sometimes people who are found at fault and that you don't lose your pension. Sometimes, majority of the time, that what happens is you do lose your pension, but sometimes you don't even the what's the guy that shot it in Oakland? I don't know if he.
Mesereau didn't lose his pension.
He had to.
No, he had to. Like, if Mesereau, he went to prison. No, I don't. No, don't say that.
Yeah, but I don't think you automatically do.
Man, listen. That poor. I actually feel bad for the white lady. Like that is.
Firefight, like the police, the firefight. There's no joke. I doubt that the unions, whatever candidate or whatever elected official would propose that, or bill would propose that, the police union, everybody would be all over it. If
you do some craziness that is wrong and it's caught and it's clearly caught and they have to pay someone, I think that is not a crazy idea. They're like, yeah, you know what, fine. So you know what, his partner should have been like, dude, this is crazy. Like, what are you doing? Like, so no one thought this might be a little bit.
The same as though the cops pair up one crazy dude with one completely quiet and silent person just to co-sign everything. You just sit there and watch him as he does stuff. I would love to see that if just a cop.
I believe if I was a cop, I could not co-sign my partner doing something crazy. I know we're partners.
But the thing is, the partnership with partner. I mean, I do also understand that for cops, it is you are volunteering to put yourself in harm's way with criminals and things like that, and you have to have confidence with your partner because you're out there in harm's way every day. So I understand that relationship. I understand that sentiment. That you volunteer to put yourself in harm's way to protect the average citizen from harm and danger, but at the same time, and so it's that groupthink that happens, right? Yeah. So you're all in this together. You're in a hostile situation oftentimes, and so that groupthink of protecting each other.
But that wasn't a hostile. That wasn't a hostile situation. That's not a hostile situation. There was a lady with a camera who you didn't like what she was doing, and your partners see that. Like I can't co-sign nonsense like that.
I'd like to see a video of that. Just a cop. Like, listen, Greg. Just what are you doing?
I'd like to know what the follow-up was.
The Rochester Police Department is doing an investigation. That's the only thing that's come out so far on it.
Don't you hate that? For once, I would like a police department, a police commissioner, or somebody to come and say this shit was wrong, and like
you can't say that. The cops would immediately turn on them.
Things are just stupid. I remember what was it that happened here in New York? It was something, and Bloomberg came out in a press conference and was like, "This is stupid." And like the police union, everybody was all, was upset and he had to backtrack. But I felt, and I have my issues with Bloomberg, but I felt immediately, like some things are just plain.
Remember when Obama said that it was stupid, the officer acted stupidly for arresting a man in his house, and then he had to fucking apologize. apologize
had
and
to roll
have
it
beer
back.
summit to fix that.
Sometimes I just think some things are just plain stupid, and you just have to call it out. That's one thing I hate about politics. Of doing a strategy. That's one thing I hate. Some things are just wrong. Some things just need to go. Some things are just stupid, and they just
terribly
need to go.
stupid.
And so, like even the commissioner during the case where the woman was raped by the by the cops. Even the police commissioner was like, "This is some dumb." Like you could see it in his face. He was like, "They were dumb." Super good. Like, and I wanted him to take. I'm just saying, some things are just dumb, and I want cops to say it too. Yep. I want cops to be able to say, "This does not represent the majority of this, and this is some bullshit."
Well, yeah, and since we're already talking about stuff being recorded.
Well, but I had Tucson, Indy, all 4 weeks. And Chicago cruise, 11 out of 12. There's 12 flight attendants, individual, never the same flight attendant twice. 11 over-the-top homosexuals and a granny. 11. I mean, think of the odds of that. I thought I was in Chicago, which was party land. After that, it was just a continuous stream of gays and grannies and grandes. Well, I don't give a I hate 100% of their. So, 6 months I went to the bar 3.
So
he's complaining.
Right. That was a pilot.
He's complaining to his co-pilot
that
there are not enough stewardess that he's attracted to that he can run through because they're gay
or grannies. Yeah.
How about nobody wants your ass? You ever stop to think about that?
He was doing this all with the button apparently hit so that they could hear this, and it was being recorded. He didn't know.
It annoys me about, like, I hear guys sometimes say that, and they're like, "Oh, the girls in here are busted." How about your ass is busted? How about that?
It's a valid point.
It's never a valid point.
It's totally a valid point that some dudes.
All the women are always busted. Man, please come on.
What?
I'm playing devil's advocate.
That's the worst.
That is not how
devil's I think you should just leave that to me. Let me play the devil's advocate. That's not how you play devil's advocate, sir.
Obviously, LJ has a point.
And so the mere fact that he's complaining to a cop, "Oh, there's nobody that grannies or this or whatever." How about you not that attractive? What if one of the girls told you she was gay because she wanted you to move it on?
Time. In 6 months, 3 times. Once with the granny in the bag, and I wish I hadn't gone. At the very end with 2 girls, one of them that was probably doable, but we ended up going to the bar and then to the crew room in St. Louis, and all these 2 women wanted to do was one wanted to berate her sister and the other wanted to bitch about her husband. Literally, for 3 hours, me and the FO. When that was done, 2:30 got back to my room. I'm like, why the did I step?
Okay, whoever's transmitting, better watch what you're saying now.
I like the fact that they let him go on for a while. I like that they let him go on for a while. Dig deep, sir. Dig your dig.
Dig that hole.
Dig.
He probably got told.
Oh yeah, your mic is on.
He got told to cut it off by a supervisor. He's like, "What are you listening to? Nothing. What are you doing? Stop wasting time. What are you doing? Tell this guy to shut up." He's, all right, sorry. Gotta watch what you're transmitting there.
He ain't got no friends.
And currently he ain't got no job.
He ain't got no friends because if that would happen, if Elon was saying some craziness in the mic with time, I'd be like,
that guy was talking some. That was first a grade A douchebaggery.
He's like, "Oh, she's complaining about her husband. Why are you trying to flip a married woman?"
talking on the old part doable. That's just a douchebag thing to say. That's as much of a douchebag thing to say as I'm standing on my lawn. I don't have to move. It's my right.
Okay, no. I'm not going to call the white lady a douchebag. I'm saying the white lady was confused.
I said it as much as a douchebag thing to say is that is a white person, a white woman, a statement that you can get away with.
And they're going to send him to he's suspended apparently.
He should. I don't know if he should be fired. Don't you think he should be fired for that? That's you're not allowed to get on the radio and just start saying shit. Actually, there's still another minute. What's happening?
You know what I mean? I still wouldn't want anyone to know if I had banged them. So
he's still talking.
I mean, it was a complete disaster for 6 months. Now I'm back in Houston, which is easily one of the ugliest bases. I mean, it's all these old dudes.
He's still talking.
Maybe a handful of key chicks.
Okay, someone's got a stuck mic and telling us all about their endeavors. We don't need to hear that.
Houston, SkyWest 6285. We're 19.5 for 230, and that was not us.
Center, right to climb and maintain. Flight level 360.
360, SkyWest 6285, and they wonder why airline pilots have a bad reputation.
That is hilarious! For the record, that wasn't it.
Again? You see how the pilots were even you can't co-sign. Cops should do that. We don't co-sign this bullshit.
What are you doing?
Can we have a soundbite? You gotta watch what you're transmitting there. Can that be a soundbite, please? Can you watch what you're transmitting?
Oh, that was hilarious. Poor son of a bitch. He had no clue. And people are talking about it in the background. That's amazing.
They were like, we not with him.
I'm like, yeah. What is?
We don't know what he got going on.
Tone 28, contact Fort Worth Center now, 133.1.
331,
okay, I think they...
Number 7, Hotel Bravo, to Center Power Expression, maintain 50240.
Okay.
240, Hotel Bravo.
Oh, look, everything's all quiet.
That wasn't us either.
What did he say?
That wasn't us either.
I think that was you.
That wasn't us either. People slowly but surely trying to get out of that. That wasn't us either. You idiot.
I needed the flight attendants on this. I am not safe.
I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe.
They should have his picture up in airports as douchebag of the year or something.
Oh, wasn't us either. You don't know what's happening. It's not us at all.
Shout out to the chat room for giving us some great lines.
What are you reading? Are you reading stuff from the chat room?
Yes.
You ain't right.
You're not supposed to be reading.
You're not supposed to read stuff from the chat room. And you just saying random lines. That is called having writers.
I thought that's what Team United was for.
I don't think that's not how that works.
They're for change in the community, Eljoy.
Yes, they're not for ripping off their lines. That is, you are.
I'm not ripping off.
I don't feel safe. I do not feel safe with you over there ripping off Team Blackness United's lines. I do not feel safe.
And can you get at least credit? Can you at least give them some type of?
I said shout out to the chat.
No, not shout out to the chat. You gotta
We gotta give them a fucking like credit in the credits. Like we gotta right in there if you're gonna be stealing lines from them. Ain't right. Okay. You know what? Let's take a phone call before we we can take 2 phone calls before we go because we are on a tight schedule. But we will take 2 phone calls before we go just to see. See if anybody wants to. Actually, they can call and tell you off for stealing their jokes. That's fine.
They can get a percentage of 0.
Of 0.
How about that? I get 0, so you can have half of that.
That's so grimy.
Just stealing jokes? There is no code. 718-404-9320. The number again is 718-404-9320. You know, Eljoy Williams, political.
Yes, I will give you now laters.
Steals jokes from other people. Hey, maybe we can do a remix right now. You ready? Ready, Eljoy? we can set up you stealing right now. Wait, hold on. Do I have it? I might have it. There's actual layers of that joke. But no, let's see. Oh, I actually was doing an electric version.
You were remixing it?
We can do a version of it right now, Eljoy. Right now, Eljoy. Right now.
Eljoy Williams, political strategist. She steals from the chat room and then doesn't give them credit. What you know about Eljoy Williams?
Okay. Blacking it up. Who is this and where are you calling from?
This is Kaja One. What's going on, Elon? Oh man, I cannot deal with the reverb and the singing at the same time. The reverb and the singing is no joke.
We have too much time on our hands, sir. What are you gonna say about all this?
God. Oh, so first, I just have to say I'm gonna just add on to the I don't feel safe.
I don't feel safe
because I had an incident when I was like 13 where we had a whole bunch of like influx of a whole bunch of new kinds of cops who came into the Bronx when I was living in the Bronx. And I was walking home from the grocery store and had a bag of collard greens and got stopped for collard greens.
You know what? Negroes are dangerous with collard greens. I'm telling you right now. If you,
Did you think they were?
God forbid you had some turkey bones in there, some neck bone in there.
I mean, it's not like I had a bag of smoked neck bones and fat bag with me, but I just had collard greens. And got stopped, and this guy, you can tell he wasn't from the neighborhood because I knew most of the cops in the neighborhood.
Right.
He was like, "What do you got there?" And I was like, "I have collard greens."
All I have is collard greens.
Collard greens. I said, if I grew weed this big, do you know how much money I would have had?
Woo-hoo! And now you're arrested.
My response would have been, if I grew weed this big, I'd have people to go to walk out in the street with this.
Basically. So I was in front of my house when this happened, and I know how that woman feels, except for the part where I would have been shot.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
No Negro, no male Negro is going to stand out there and just start to, and the cops go like, I don't feel safe. A cop says you don't feel safe to us. We're like, sorry, officer, I'm going to go over here and do whatever necessary not to be arrested currently.
Basically, when you know the procedure by the age of 13, you know that you fit the description of everyone,
right?
Then you know.
Yeah.
So
thanks,
just let that marinate. Shout to the chat room.
Indeed, sir. Thank you for calling. By the way, at any point in time, there could always be a live remix of L.J. Williams, Political Strategist. That was why I have that beat on the board. All right, people. We are actually going to go cover the Van Jones Rebuild the Dream concert, the launch of the Rebuild the Dream campaign tonight. We'll hopefully have some cool audio. We're going to be, I think we're going to be backstage. I'm not, if I understand our paperwork and credentials right, I think we're going to be backstage. The Roots is performing. Van is going to pitch the whole idea to basically the world at this point. So it should be a good time.
I'd like to let you know that when Black Thought performs, I need you to not talk to me.
Oh my God, are you in love with Black Thought too?
Yes.
Oh my God.
You see my pattern here? You know my other crush.
Yes.
It's a pattern.
Okay, so now we know
who's your other crush?
I'm not allowed to say out loud.
LJ, who's your other crush?
Why would I say it out on this?
Just checking, just running it past you. All right.
Should I do it?
Yeah, you should.
No, I shouldn't do it. No. I shouldn't do it.
Doesn't matter.
LJ Williams, she has another crush. His name is a Black Thought.
I can't do it right now. If I do it, you'll stab me. So I'm not gonna.
And it's not even like it could really happen. I just like having my crush all to myself.
Okay. We're done here. We're fucking done here. Stop beatboxing, Elon James White.
Have a good day.
I hear you running your mouth. I hear you running your mouth.